we're back. Oh, thank you, Internet. And what the heck is that mess you have put up there? Okay. Come on, let's go HD. Come on, YouTube, you can do it. Bless. I don't believe that. What the heck is going on? Anyways, I was on shaders, wasn't I? Doorbell went, came back, everything just went bleh. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome, welcome to part 2 of Shaders Incorporated. Yes, YouTube died once more upon me. I might be transferring to another platform at this rate. I'm getting way too many problems with YouTube at the moment. But that's beside the point. My setup is good, my broadband is good, my YouTube is, well, words fail me. Anyway, if you're watching, my apologies for YouTube. Yeah. Not sure exactly what happened. Hope you all managed to get a cup of coffee because I did. I'm not that stupid. I was just deliberating on GL Uniform 3FV, and I realised I don't want 3 FVs, I want just 3 Fs. 3 floats will do it fine. So we can knock a V off, can't we? Yep, we can. And I know how to do it now. So that's pretty obvious now. So we need the location of our light. So that's M underscore light position lock. Good, everything's working properly again now. Ah, fantastic. Float V0 will be M underscore light position dot X. Yep, you got it. M underscore. Yeah, I know. This is ridiculous. Point. No. This is how you do it. Y and M underscore light position dot Z. And that's it. Ran out of things to put. So there you go. That's your light position. That's what it looks like. It just wants 3 floats. So that's exactly what we give it. We give it an X, Y, Z for our light position. There we go. And I've messed up all of these, so I'm just going to reset a couple of these. Okay. View matrix we've got. So that line can now go, because we don't need it. There's our projection matrix. There's our model matrix, because I'm messing around rotations. And what did we set the other one to? Did we set the other one? We don't need to, do we? It's irrelevant. The view matrix. Well, it's irrelevant to us. Yeah, it's fine as it is. It's an identity matrix, so it doesn't matter. It exists, and that's all that matters. Yep, that'll pick it up, because it's an identity. Because we haven't got a camera. That comes from the camera stuff, I think. Yeah. Okay. It'll work. Yeah, there's no data. It's just 11111 in diagonal line. Because that's what I set it to. Okay, that's fine. Relax. Because that's the first part. There's more. Oh, yes, there's more. What else do we need for this resource? We need the fragment shader. We still have 3 more uniforms here. Yeah. So we're going to need those as well. Just make sure I save this out before anything crashes again and does something stupid. So we've got our first lot in. And that's where the light was. So if I just V that, take that, edit, toggle line comment. So we're now on the fragment shader here. There's a lot of uniforms. Well, there should be. If you're going to do it properly, which I want to do it properly. So I'll just put space in there. I need all that lot doing, don't I? I'm going to need variables for it. So we need a vec3. I'll put it after light position, can't I? Okay, we'll just put comma m underscore light color. Yeah, why not? We'll have that. Sounds like a reasonable variable to me. Why is my amber vec3 hurting? Oh, you can't do it that way, that's why. Sorry, I didn't set it up for that. There you go. Now you should be alright. Just realised I don't really need the word amber in, do I? What's wrong with my vec3s? Is not a type name. And what is? V. Oh, there you go. Vec3. So what is it? I wasn't having any problems with it before. I don't know. What's happened to my vec3s all of a sudden? Works there. No, it doesn't. It says error type. Oh, yeah, sorry. Doobries. Doobries. It's reporting on those not being right. That's why I always toggle the line comments on, to stop that from happening. There you go. Clears it. So could that have been M light position there? Probably. No, it doesn't matter now. So, light colour, and I need a float for M underscore shine damper. did I decide these were? And reflectivity. Which one's which? God, I wish I could remember. M underscore reflectivity. That's a stupid word which I hate. Right, there we go. I'll take that. I'll take that. Why not? So going back down here, we need to put all of those through to our frag shader. And we need the locations, of course. Going back to here. Locations, locations, locations. So these are unsigned ints as well. Yeah. Why does that look right? Don't need that one. Doesn't look right because I've started doing this in the middle of something else. Right, okay. And this needs some unsigned ints. Okay, that's better. And we need M underscore. It's going to be light. Col. Pause. Woo. What the heck? Pause. Location. God, what is that? Shine and reflect. M underscore shine location, comma, M underscore reflect location. Those two work all right. Yeah. So we need 3 more of these. And this is exactly what OpenGL is like. But once it's set up, you don't need to do it again. So that was light. Light, color, pause lock. Why don't I just call it light color location? Duh. That's better. So light color location will be underscore whatever. Oh, right, okay. Nothing creative going on here. Right. So projection, light, position, location, light color location. Yes, that's light color. Now I've forgotten what I'm doing. So shine lock, copy. Equals whatever that one was called. That's right. Paste that one there. Light color. Okay. Now just do that. It's easier. So that is a shine damper, and that one is reflectivity. There we go. It's looking good. You shine damper, you reflectivity, you light colour, yeah. Nice one. That's them done. So, we have the locations. We have those locations. Oh, baby. Here we go. That's model view projections. This is the fragment shaders. So, I'm going to borrow... Vec3 is that one. There we go. Let's give Vec3, and that does light, color, location, and that is M underscore light, color, X, Y, and Z. Vec3, yeah, and we need a couple of floats. So that's just going to be 1F, I guess. So GL, uniform 1F. Sounds good. And it will be for M underscore shine damper no. Shine location, that's it, comma. Yeah, location and float. So it's M underscore shine damper goes in there. That's it, lovely. We'll have another one of those, I think. So that block, come with me. We're going there, lovely. And it's now reflect lock. That one. And that becomes reflectivity. Good. There we go. We need to make sure that all of these have numbers. And that's the trick to this now. So, what we need is every single one of these checking. Take that out now. So those are done. I've already got a note in there. I don't have a light position. So where are we going to put the light? M underscore light position Vec3 equals Vec3 open brackets. Whoa, just one will do. Well, hey. And what should we make it? On the x-axis. Where are we going to be looking at this from? We're just going to be at 0, 0, 0, aren't we? So x-axis. I always put it 1 to the right. I don't know why I do, but I do. So I'll put that 1.0f because I can. On the y-axis, it matters. So I want that about 5 meters up. 5.0f. Give it a good height. Why not? And on the z-axis, doesn't matter, doesn't have to go anywhere. F. Okay. Semicolon that, and we're on. Right, so we've got a light position. What do we got down in the fragment shader? Light colour, that's easy. I can do that one. I have a standard for this. So M underscore light colour, and that will be equal to a vec3 open brackets, and the standard one I use is 0.8. I should put 0 on that really. 80%. I never use max light. To do so is dangerous because on 3D it's easy to add light, but it's hard to take it away. Just think about that. Once it's in the system, if you put light into this system, the only way you can take it away and get a shadow is by blocking it with a physical object. So yeah, be careful with that one. Also means there's a RGB component. You can have any colour of light you like. Millions of colours of light. You can play around with that one as much as you like. Alright, so they've got a light colour. That helps. Shine damper and reflectivity. Now I did mention when I did the textures how this kind of worked. I'm just trying to remember now. The shine damper, now reflectivity is a percentage. Shine damper is a power. It's a power of 2. So it should be registered as a binary. So 2, 4, 8, 16. I usually put 16, I think, for this. So that's what I'll put 16. And we'll see what happens. Shine. Should make it plasticky equals 16, please, Bob. Thank you, Bob, for typing faster. And the reflectivity, doesn't matter what, I mean, this is just test really, so it doesn't really matter what this should be. Reflect. Yeah, thank God for that. You can spell it, I can't. And I put that usually to about 50%. Yeah, 50. I think that's right. Or should it be a number from 1 to 255? Dunno. We'll try it as a percent. If it looks very, very matte, then it's probably 1 to 255. And why have I got G, blip, 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 blip. Yep, stutter because I didn't do that. Commas are all in. Yep. Yep. Right, so we've got values for everything. Oh my God. We've got the VAO, which has the normals in now. That should work, he says, not knowingly. I'm just wondering why everything crashed. Whole system went. YouTube, everything. And I know I did a download before. Right, well I haven't touched that. That's okay. Alright. Let's try compiling it and see what a mess I've made. And we're on module 9, are we? Yeah. I usually miss something. Obviously not. Don't tell me I'm getting good at this. That's impossible. This has to go out to a class. This is getting way too big. Hmm. God damn it! I just ran the wrong thing. Oh, whoops. So resources, object data. Our box has just been bleh. I think it's our box that it just blurred. Yeah. Cheers. That's not wrong. Plays. Yes, I can. Make sure none others are open. No. We're fine. Good. Right, there's our box. Thank you. Don't forget to change it to the modules. See what happens. Just blow up on us, I suppose. Oh, lots of errors. Okay. V normals undeclared. All right, I'll put these to this one to one side so I can read it. GL compile shader failed. OpenGL. Which one? Which GL compile shader failed? I can see what's happening. It doesn't tell me which OpenGL failed. Oh, me shaders naffed up, which I totally agree with. They should do. Because that's what this is all about today. It's about our shaders, which is why I brought it over here, so I could get at them. Module nice, fine. Shaders. So it's basic, frag, and vert. So let's look at the vertex first. It's telling me line 22. V normals undeclared. You're right. It is undeclared. It shouldn't even be there, should it? It should be there. And that should be S. Look what I've done. Why am I doing that if we haven't got it going out? We're sending out the surface instead. So, V normals, get rid of. Don't need. S, normals, correct. Okay. Value type vec4 cannot be assigned to variable of type error on 22.2. Oh, right, yeah. So I've now got to rerun, have I? Okay. We'll try and recompile on that. And see what we get. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. And you can see the joins. Isn't that beautiful? That is so beautiful. But it's completely wrong. Can you not see why? And it's because of this movement that it's completely wrong. Except for the lines going across, which shouldn't happen either. That's called faceting. That's really good for our first try. But you can see how you got that glint going across the surface. It means we've just got something slightly out of place, that's all. Just checking the background. That is fantastic. Wasn't expecting that. Index count's correct. I think that's ready for the next step. I mean, the shaders aren't right, and I don't care. That is close enough for a biscuit for me. No, the shaders are right, it's the movement that's wrong. Alright, let's switch this movement off a minute and put it onto a normal movement. Otherwise, it's going to really mess me up on what I'm trying to do. So in here, oh wait a minute, that compiles, doesn't it? So that's coloured lights. How are we going to do this? Let's take a look, shall we? Module 9. Let's have a look at Module 9. See where we're up to. My Git repository is not working. Yes, it is. What? You're talking rubbish to me. Now, just give me that. Thank you. 9, please, Bob. See, it's working fine. Silly machine. Thank you for that, though. We are on Thinking Club hash 7. And it works. Thinking Club hash 7 shaders. First build. Which means that they're not right. It just means that if I put first, if I say built, it's correct. If I put first build, it just means it's worked barely. Okay. So again, this is going to be, yeah, Thinking Club hash 7 to refer back to here. And I'll just put first build there. First build with shader. There we go. That'll do. I'll know what that means. That's good. Done. Good. If you notice, 4 and the other one don't come up on here. These are the primaries, where the other ones are not. Git histories are gone. Okay, what I'm doing now is I'm going to go through the shaders, because shaders don't, as you saw there, I had normals and normals. So I've got to check all of these for starters. Position's okay. What's our colour doing? Colour's gone through. Okay. Inverse VU. Yeah, that's okay, because that's just not really going to give much. Yeah, okay. Might as well. Yeah. So that will actually just give minus world position as a vector. Yeah, that's okay. That's why we're getting that nice glossy, glowy effect. Let's see if I can spot the problems. Development CPP. Can we just knock off our Z? Or whichever one I've done. Oh God, what did I do? Every time I hear that click noise, I know that I've done something really bad. Yeah, okay, I think I got away with that one. Okie dokies, how's my coffee doing? Going cold. Okay, initialize. Good, 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 good. Prepare. Yep. Update. I want the rotation around X, please, to give me the glint. That will give me glint. That won't. So we'll just pop you out. Okay, so I've only got rotation around X now. Let's see if I can spot it. I know it's there. There it is. Yeah, there you go, dark. Shouldn't go dark. Which means the light effect is at the centre of the world stationary, not where it's placed in the world. It should be done after placing, not prior. So the lighting effect is taking effect when the model is drawn, not after it's been relocated, if that makes sense. It's been done at the wrong time. Which means I've got a matrix the wrong way round, usually. Let's look at basic verts a minute. MVP. Model view projection, that's correct. We're getting it on screen. Its actual position, not a problem with that. Colours are going through correctly, and normals are actually going through correctly, which is interesting. The lighting, the world position equals vec3 underscore model times position. Now position is a vec4. And that is expecting it to be a vec3. That might help. Not sure, but it might. We'll ignore the W part of that. But it's then pulling it out to a vec3. Okay. What does a basic shader say? Nothing. Yeah, that is just a basic shader, that's fine. For the world position, here we go. Yeah, position's coming in as a vec4. U model is coming in as a map4. That's fine. Vec3 world position, yeah. Don't need the XYZ on it. No, that's fine. Absolutely fine. That correlates nicely. Surface normal. U model is correct. We know that because of the MVP calculations and where it puts it in the world. Vec4 of normals, comma 0.0 is correct. Again, should I have that as that notation? Yeah. It doesn't seem to care. That's a vector 3, that's a vector 3. Yeah. Make sure that's what I put. U light position vec3. World position vec3. That's vec3, so that's okay. Model, yep, that's okay. Vec3 coming out. Surface normal, vec3, yep, going out. Lovely. Camera vector. Is it because I haven't moved the camera? No. That shouldn't affect it. Because the camera's also at that position. Doesn't matter where the camera is. Minus world position. Yeah, that's okay. So I've got a vec3 minus a vec3 into a camera vec vector, which is a vec3. That's correct. Yeah, vec4. Just wondering why we times it by a vec4 with a 1.01. That's because, yeah, you have to, because of that U-view inverse. Yeah, okay, I understand that. Might as well position two thingies. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it has to be a vec4 because we're multiplying it to a 4x4 matrix. So you have to convert to a vec4 to do the multiplication, and then come back out of it as a vec3, and then minus the world position. Yeah, that's correct. Absolutely, and that will give the vector from your object to the camera, which is straight down the axis in this case, which is fine. That's working. So that's working. Everything's working. But why am I hesitating? No, doesn't matter. That's completely separate to this. Doesn't matter. It's just that we're doing a calculation twice there. As you can see here, it uses the world position. Because I've already done that calculation, it just uses it. That's just a speed hack. Doesn't mean anything. So, I'm alright on my vertex shader so far. That part of... No, it isn't. Not really part of the lighting. So I can cut that out. Just pop that to the top where it should be anyway. Because it's the definition of a variable. That's better. Yeah, that's the correct order of the lines anyway. Interesting. Positions normal colour. What did I do on this one? Positions. Put the normals at the end. Interesting. I'll have to bear that in mind then. Okay. Basic fragment shader. That's not a yeah, that's a basic fragment shader. Yeah, that's how to do textures, or the basic way of how to do textures. Static fragments. This is the fun part. So I'm just putting a space in so that comes up. And our fragment shader. It's looking about the same. Layout location 0 out vec4 color. That's just to get that color out. I have used glfrag color, which is the OpenGL version of doing it. 330 has a special variable called glfrag color. It's deprecated, which means it's going out of existence. So above 330, I don't even know if that exists. So the correct way of doing it really is that. And putting that in. Don't think that makes much of a difference. We are lighting this. Right, so the position's already gone out. And then the fragments come through here and it lights it. But where's it lighting it from? Right, the unit vector to camera is normalized. There's a univector camera. So that's used in specular. That's not what I'm worried about. It's diffuse. Unit light vector, comma, unit normal. My unit normal's not moving. They should be. Ooh. That doesn't sound good. Normalize the surface normal. That's come through from the frag. Yeah. Yikes. That should work. And it's not doing. Oh dear. She beat you there, bugger. Anyway. That's my problem. I can work that out. The shaders look correct to me. I could change that over. Would it really matter? What's going on here? Why can't I press a button? Huh? I can't save. Strange. This isn't acting right. Right. So what I have to do now is go through everything that I've typed in about the shaders in here and how I'm putting the shaders together. That's what keeps happening. We should stop doing that. Keeps putting random things in. It's the middle mouse button on this thing. Every time you click it, it does a Control V. It's like, no thanks. Stop doing that. But that means that I've probably clicked that button somewhere in here and put an accidental thing in that isn't working properly. It's interesting though. I think that's interesting. But hey ho, there you go. How are we doing? Oh, we're not doing too badly on time. Now, think through it all. Rendering. We create the model matrix. And that's correct. We create interesting. And that's going to be equal to amber oh, what is that? We've got Vec3. Let's see what we've got. Emissive coefficient. Yeah, that's where the explanation was. Just realised where the explanation was. Low density, yep, map 4. I thought I put an identity matrix in here. Oh. Oh. Did I not? Oh, it'll be map 4 : identity, won't it? Oh, dope. Dope. Looking at the wrong thing. It's that one. There. So I can do that. Is there anything else I can do? Model, view, projection. I'll have to go through all of those to make sure everything matches up. Ooh, that's going to be fun. The light position, yeah. So that's okay. Light colours, fine. Shine dampers, spot on. It looked nice and sort of like glossy. Slightly metallic. Reflectivity seemed fine. And test entity VAO add D. I wonder. Will I need to activate the layout? Well, there's an interesting thought. That's a 4 next loop, isn't it? I mean, we activate it under the VAO, but does that correlate over to activating it in here? That's carrying our buffers. And we are activating it at that point. Will that activate the layout positions? The attributes? Here's my source archive. Nope, don't care about that. Let's have a look at rendering. Entity. Here we go. Come over here, you. So when we're drawing an entity before, yeah, for each entity, bloody hell, prepare, clean up, okay. And that's just rubbish. Here we go. Bind vertex array. Yeah, we've done that. And there is your GL enable vertex attrib. Load the shader. Activate the texture. Bind the texture. Yeah, we've done that. We haven't done that. Is that really necessary? You bind the vertex array and then you go and enable all the vertex attributes. I don't quite understand why you would have to do that, but it's looking as though we might have to. So what it's saying is here, after bind vertex array, do something stupid like that. We've got 3, haven't we? because if I do that there, I have to disable them as well. Come back here, you silly piece of writing. Clean up. See, there's two sides to each story. If you're gonna do that, then down here, just before you get rid of the vertex array here, please disable them. Get off me! Being a bit too helpful. 3, please. So all I'm doing there is a for next loop to disable the vertex attributes arrays. I've used gluint. Okay, fine. Don't care what I'm using. I just want to try it out. See if it makes any difference. Nope. No difference whatsoever. Don't believe that. So, I'm going to have to go through it and find out where I've made a mistake. And it will be in... well, it could be anywhere. I'm going to have to go through this step by step on rendering. Because the rendering ain't alright. Not to my satisfaction. Although the light is working beautifully, it's not working the way it's supposed to. I prefer to pull this lot out and take the renderer to pieces and do it properly. To be quite honest with you, at this stage, this is getting to be a bit dodgy. I can feel a singularity approaching and I don't like it. Which means it won't work. It's one of those things, when you're programming, you can, if you lengthen your programs out like this, you start to approach something called, I call it a singularity, where you can't get past and into something else. You can't leave it. It ends, and it shouldn't do. If you know what I mean, it doesn't rotate anymore. You can't keep the program running properly. So something here is just slightly off. Nope, can't see it. I know this needs doing, but I'm going to have to go through all of this as well. All the way, because it's the loader that I'm not sure about. So this is our entity at the moment, that's what it contains. It doesn't contain anything. Actually, that it shouldn't be called entity, that should be called model. Entity should be the transform, which is your position XYZ and your rotation axis XYZ. That could make a difference. Interesting. Interesting thoughts I'm having. And on interesting thoughts, we've actually got the program running, but with the lighting too early. In the stages that things happen, when you draw a 3D object, you draw it at the center of the universe. You then rotate it. Sorry, you draw it at the center of the universe to scale. You then rotate it, and then you move it, and then you light it, because it's the light to that movement. So it's the model functionality. Although it's moving the model, it's not moving the light, or it's not moving the normals. If I sent the normals through by themselves, would they go with the object or not? Are we moving the normals? No. Anyway, I know we're not moving the normals. Right, okay. Just thought that through. That's lovely. Okay, so I've only got those two changes on there. That's just for the rotation. And enable and disables. Okay, we can get rid of those, so... discard changes, please. Don't need them. What's this one? Oh, right. You're keeping track of that? Why are you keeping track of that? Oh, I didn't ask you not to. Never mind. Doesn't matter. It's keeping track of that, which I don't care about. Okay. Lovely. And at that point, if anybody's got any suggestions on lighting and things like that, on shaders, somewhere I've just made a slight mistake in the ordering of how the lighting is applied. And I'm absolutely gobsmacked. Oh, right, there's nothing in those yet, because I'm still writing it. Yeah. I can simplify it out by just missing out half of this lot. I'm just doing diffuse light. I mean, I can do that. I mean, this is really about as much as I can do there. Save that. These are compiled, you see, at runtime. So I can mess around with shaders all I want. And that's the beauty. I like messing with shaders. Oh. Vector size mismatch for arithmetic operator. Oh, yes. There is. Does it say where? Because that's interesting. And I know about this. $41.17. Ah, my bad. Can't just do diffuse light, can I? Diffuse light's a VEC 3. And you want a VEC 4. Whoops. Sorry, my bad. One. That'll do. It means solid colour instead of a percentage. That's your alpha channel. So yes, you can mess with that. It's still doing the same thing. And we're still getting the creases. Wow. That is so freaky. Because I know the light's coming in from this direction. And I know it's outside of the box when it starts, so that's okay. That is a little bit freaky. Sorry. Okay. I think we'll leave it there then. I think that's about as far as I'm going to take it today, without thinking properly through the situation. Writing shaders to me is straightforward and easy, but obviously I've missed something. And I've missed something important. Very important. Something very, very, very important. What I'm going to do, just out of interest, I can't use them. Damn it. These are for colour, not for texture. Okay. I think that's why we have a problem. Starting to twig little things in my mind here. On a texture, it will go through a texture picker and pick a point out from the texture to apply the lighting to, which is interesting, just by itself. Yeah. Textures would handle it slightly differently, but you would still get the same effect. What it does is it takes the colour off the texture itself and puts it through the lighting. Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. It's doing the right thing. If you can spot it, and if you know anything about shaders, and you spotted that I've made a silly mistake somewhere on my shader, then that's absolutely fine. I've got all the correct variables doing the correct things, but not with the correct result. That is so interesting, it's untrue. You see, those creases can't exist. It's interpolated, or it should be interpolated across. And I can't, because of the dot products. It's a flat surface. There should be no variation. If I stand it still, what will it look like? Just out of interest on the last part. I forgot to check standing still. God, way too much here. Warehouse. Rotations. Standing still. So that. Oops. Don't rotate. Don't rotate. You should put rotation inside the entity, and you have to eventually anyway. That's okay. Just run that. See, it's wrong. See how the light is casting darker there, as that it's not going across right. And there should definitely not be a line there, because that normal and that normal should be the same, and they're not. Those two normals have not normalized. And that's because we're picking them up as separate numbers. Oh no. We only should have one of them. But there's two normals at that point coming straight at me. But they're not dead straight because Blender offsets them for the corners. As you can see by this corner being, there you go. Mouse button callback. I've got to get rid of that stuff quickly soon. So there's something wrong with this I'm GUI stuff. I've got to fix that. So yeah, that's what's happening. this here. I think it goes here. Even though I don't know what it does, I think it goes there. So I'll just leave it there for now. That's where I found it, that's where I'll leave it. Yeah. So, stability issues. Not good. See if it'll crash again. No, that's working right. Darn it. Yeah, move that into the right place. Good idea. Alright, so that's where we're up to. I can see that the shading is darker on that side there where it should be the lightest. The light should be added there, not detracted. And that means that the normals aren't right. Interesting. I'm interested about that line as well. I know why it's happening, but I'm interested to see how we get around it. That is going to be fun. Yeah. I'm going to go with that. Did I -1 off that index? That did. Oh, I bet I did. Index count. When I set the index count, as the entity is created, that's at the end of loading the entity, which is just up here. Did I -1 off it? I bet I did. I did. Alright, thank you. You're probably asking why. Nope. Doesn't seem to make a difference. What if you should -1 off all of them? Because I know I've got one too many. Well, I do on that one anyway. The index count is actually, that says 145, and it should be 144. Because it counts the end, getting it from the split, which is one more than I need. Or an array size, same thing, one more than I need. It's always, you always type in less than index array dot size for a reason, because that last one is the actual end of array marker. So that's correct. But I'm taking sizes on the other ones, aren't I? All the way down here. That can put things out of kilter. Could account for the line down the middle. So, light position, yeah. That's alright. No, I want to be in the load up. I want to be in the loading sequence. It's the loading sequence that I'm thinking is wrong, because I spotted it when I was looking around for errors, that I'm using this size here. Yet the index count is -1. So that is one too many. So what I'm tempted to do is put another bracket there and put a -1 in it, like that, to make it 144, which would then be correct. But that would then mean all of these would have to agree with the same attributes. You see, I've used it here for colour. Watch one of the vertexes go completely missing now. So that's your GL buffer data there for colour. For normals, should be next. Yeah, that's normals. Did the same. I spotted it when the data was coming in because we are using vectors. That there was one extra on the size, because there is. Always has been. We've known about it for ages, because that's how we do our for loops. For next loops around the sizes. We always take less than, never equals to. So that just could correct the size of the buffers. Position buffer. Okay. Let's see what happens. Everything crashes. Doesn't seem bad. See, it says there, index count equals 145. Which it does. Which means our index count, when we are... Oh no, it's now corrected. That's right. So where do I print out that index count? Print it out somewhere up here, don't I? Index size, color, normals, index, printf, index count equals that. You see? It isn't. -1. Now it's correct. But you have to take that into account. So that's that all corrected. I'm a bit more happier about that, but we are still... No, it should be correct now. Can prove that. Where's draw? Render scene, here we go. Go to the draw. Draw elements, there it is. Dink. Dink. He'll stop when he gets there. There we go. So this contains everything, and index count is under M test entity. So let's find our M test entity first of all. There it is at the bottom. Click down. Index count 144. That's correct. Has textures false. Texture ID 0. That was the other thing. But anyway. VOID 1. That's correct. Wow. Hey, this guy knows what he's doing. Yep, that works. Breakpoints. Get rid of them. Right, so that shows you what breakpoints, how good breakpoints are, that you can actually look at and check your variables. That's how I find mistakes and errors. I just look at the variables and find out which one's doing the wrong thing. But that's correct. That's absolutely spot on what it's doing. That's as far as I can go, really, at this stage without pulling it to pieces, which takes normally about 2 hours. So I think I'll do that. Yeah, why not? How are we doing on stream here? If I come up with, yeah, good timing. If I come up with results, I will post that as a stream tomorrow. If not, it'll take me till Monday then to work it all out by the sounds of it. But I know the answer. I just know how much work it is to get to it. So I know the answer to this one. It's not too difficult, but I've got to do it properly. If I don't, then you're going to get shaders that are absolutely bad and chronic, that don't shade things properly. And I want to give shaders that don't just, because you saw the beauty of the shadows and how it actually generates the shadows. And that's the beauty of this, but you've got to get it dead spot on right. If you don't, you may as well not be using proper shaders. So we are going to have proper shaders up and running either tomorrow or Monday of next week at the latest, I would think. Because I nearly know how to do it already now. It's starting to come to me. This is a problem with having an empty mind. I can't instantly come up with things. I have to sit there, work it all out, and work it all through my horrible little mind. And it takes about 2 hours usually. In the meantime, if you are stuck with shaders, let me know. And I'll try and help you and get you pointed in the right direction on how to write them. They're not difficult. In fact, they're easier than programming, because really all you're looking at in shaders is two things. Well, we're only looking at two things anyway. We're looking at the vertex, which is your 3 positions. 3 positions make a triangle, so it's 3 vertices. Always keep that in mind when you're looking at this. This works on 3 vertices at a time. And then your fragment shader works on every single fragment, which is a pixel. Every little bit, every little pixel inside the 3 vertices, that triangle that has been made from here. That information is all passed over to your fragment shader. Each of those individual pixels is called a fragment until it makes it to the screen. If it makes it to the screen, it's in other words, it hasn't been blocked behind something, then it stops becoming a fragment and becomes a pixel. Okay, so a fragment is a possible pixel on your screen. And that's why the fragment shader runs so many times more than the vertex shader. The vertex shader runs, it actually runs 3 times per triangle to bring in all the information, and then it operates on it here. And in the meantime, you are all going to have fun. You're going to keep your research going, keep your delving into things going, keep digging, keep mining out there, and above all, when writing stuff like this, just remember, it's fun, and I mean it. It really is. You people take care and have fun.